And last but not least, Ang is going to have a few words.
It's a long one. Thank you, Dee.
Well, it's not a wedding without at least one thinly veiled threat, is it? Okay, so you'll have to excuse me, I'm using a bit of technology here, just as a crutch. You might not have heard me up at the ceremony side, it was a bit emotional, so unfortunately Roxanne's not here to spoon feed me my wedding speech, so xin lỗi quý vị. Con sẽ nói trong tiếng Anh. Tiếng Việt của em, của con cũng không rành lắm. Thì như này chắc chắn là có nhiều người hiểu hơn. I just apologized in poor Vietnamese for my poor Vietnamese. So don't worry, the rest of this would be now in poor English. Okay? It's a running theme. Everyone's got language deficiencies. Okay. So many of you now will now recognize me as the lucky man to the right of the altar earlier today. If you caught Roxanne's lovely words during the ceremony, you would have heard the brief story about how we met. No doubt there are a few smug Vietnamese parents here, elbowing each other, all their children. See, parents know best. I'm referring, of course, to the idea of introductions. Yeah. But I will reiterate, it was under duress, and we weren't exactly measuring out our traditional dress for the wedding moments after meeting. So technically, not that big a win. Okay. But I am grateful, very grateful, that somehow our paths would meet. Tam resisted reaching out for that DVD on the shelf, and instead, against her best instincts, to come and visit my parents at their home. I am grateful that she is here now, and beside me as my wife. I actually did leave a little space so I could describe how beautiful she was when she appeared to me. But you'll just have to look at the photos because I was speechless, I couldn't. So I will say some other words about her, my wife. Aside from her obvious beauty, she is blessed with an equally beautiful soul. A kinder, sweeter, more generous heart I have never known. And I'm lucky to have spent every moment since our meeting getting to know her. And those that are close and also lucky enough to spend time with her would agree she's something special. She's my favorite person in this world. Her heart is so big, it belies her size. One of the most endearing thoughts I have about her is that it's not uncommon, after her regular blood donations, to be so faint that she ends up in a stretcher, wrapped up in one of those shiny space blankets, and clutching a cookie. So babe, I know it's a virtue to always give 100%, but not when you're giving blood. Okay? Her passion for volunteering burns white hot, from local community enrichment, working with seniors, and even villages in Kenya. Her passion started early. She was once organising a blood drive again amongst schoolmates and devoted an entire period of class to make phone calls and handle admin for the event. The librarian made a passing comment, "Shouldn't you be in class?" To which she replied, "Mr. Nishi, I am saving lives here. This is important." The note that he wrote, without hesitation, mind you, to excuse her absence, "Please excuse Tam from class. She was saving lives." I'm a firm believer that people are not islands. We are the product of our upbringing and our peers. For the amazing woman by my side, I would like to give sincere thanks to her parents. Parents? What parent? Her family and her friends. You have all contributed to our love and only have yourselves to blame. For those I've had the pleasure of meeting, you have been so open and warm to me. Truly, I not felt more at home anywhere else outside of where I grew up. A special mention to Chi Phương. She is amazing, completely. I grew up in Sydney, though to your disappointment, I know I don't quite have the movie star Australian twang. I can't put it on, of course, but it's a very real risk of permanent singlet wearing and constantly eating meat pies and chips. 2 times disapproval, and I can see the dietitian's table shaking their heads. Too many carbs, not enough fiber. I'm sure the light of excitement died in many of your eyes when Tam dispelled the idea of the Aussie as not some beach-tussled, rugged surfer that saves injured koalas in his spare time. No, I am not this man. But what I am, I have been laid bare and hauled before her, and she chose to love me. I am completely devoted to her and her happiness. I want to thank my family and my friends for shaping me into the man that could be worthy of a love so precious. I hold her love dearly and above all others. It hasn't been an easy ride, the distance, the time, but as it has been from our first kiss, I promise to work every day to preserve my place in your heart. And I thank you, babe, for your constant commitment to my happiness too. And I'll see what I can do about the surfing. I want to acknowledge the incredible courage it took for Tam to take this step into a life together in Australia. I can't fathom how much the immediate missing of friends, family, and this country she has within her right now. But I want her to know that nothing less could be asked of me, because by each other's side is where we belong. That being said, it's becoming an increasingly small world, as Tam and I have proved. So please enjoy your night, celebrate with us, and when the time comes, remember it's not goodbye, but see you later, mate. Cheers. Cheers to crossing paths.